This is your handover video for the lounger. So I'm going to start with the driver's side, going to take you around all the compartments and show you what is inside. So on the keys of this vehicle, you will find the normal engine key, and then you will find 2 additional keys. This one will be the habitational door. This little one that pops out will open all the external compartments on the vehicle, okay? So the first one we come to on this side is your battery box. Okay, so this is the main vehicle battery, or sorry, the leisure battery. In here you will find the electric hookup. Okay, so when you're at the campsite, then you can get plugged in here, drop your cable through the gap here. That means then you can lock this up and your cable will still fall out the bottom, okay, just rather than leaving that open. So that's your electric hookup point. Next one then is your toilet. So, toilet cassette. Orange lever up and then pull it out gently. So, orange button there will release any pressure within the tank, and then to empty the tank, twist, unscrew, and then you can tip that down the black water disposal at the campsites. Back on and back in place. Okay, so then wash the tank out inside, pull the little grey flap forward and open it up, and then you can hose that out. We would ask that you would clean this out for us on return then, just for health and safety reasons. There's a little bit of toilet chemical and water. Close it back over, back in place, and then back into position, and just make sure it's locked in place there. This is your freshwater fill. So we'll give you a tank of fresh water and a hose. So whenever you see on your indicator inside that you are running low on fresh water, that is where you will top it up. Just below then, you'll see a grey tap and a blue tap. The grey one is to release all the dirty wastewater. So that'll be water from your shower and your sink. So whenever your indicator is showing your fresh water is coming down, your grey is automatically filling up. So whenever you are topping up your fresh, you will need to turn it and let all your dirty water out at the same time. That's just an outdoor shower hose point, so you can attach the hose to that then and just use the water from the tank outside. So rear of the vehicle then, camera at the top and your bike rack. So just drops down. There are little holders inside still to be attached, and then you can store 2 bikes on this particular vehicle. Just around the passenger side then, this will be your LPG gas tank compartment. So again, that little funny key to open. And inside you'll see your 2 tanks. Okay, so we'll give you 2 full tanks of gas. You don't need to worry about bringing them back full. You can return them empty. There's no additional charges. To turn your tanks on goes against the norm. You turn them clockwise to turn them on. You turn them anti-clockwise to turn them off, okay? Off when traveling, which is very important. When you get settled in your campsite then, come out, turn both tanks on. It just means if one is running low, if it runs out, it'll piggyback then straight onto the other one. There's little indicators on top of the tanks then from green to red to let you know how much is in them, so you can keep an eye on that. If you are somewhere and you do find you need to refill them, that is where you refill it there at a gas slow. You just plug in and then pump your tanks until they're full. Habitational door, I said this other key then is the one that will open that, if not by the remote. And the last compartment here is just some storage. Okay, so, and then just your fuel. So again, full of diesel. You just bring it back full of diesel on return, and it's the engine key then that will take that cap off for you. That is your AdBlue as well. Okay, so the front cab of the vehicle, nothing too complicated up the front, just the normal standard indicators, wipers, etc. Electric windows and your control there for the wing mirrors left and right. Don't use the key to lock the vehicle at night time when you're going to bed. Use the button on the dash here. If you use the key, you'll trigger internal sensors. Anybody gets up to move about, go to the bathroom, the alarm will start screaming. So always this one here. This vehicle then is manual, so nothing too complicated. 6-speed box. For reverse gear, then you have to lift up, okay? Lift up across and up. Touchscreen radio there, you can connect your Bluetooth, etc. and USB port and a 12-volt port there as well. And your rear view camera display. So the swivel on these seats, nothing complicated about this one. Just grab this, pull it towards the middle of the vehicle. So window blinds at the front then, pinch and pull, okay. Passenger side, same again, pinch and pull. So the passenger's one does have a little centre extension there, which will come across and meet in with the driver's side one for nighttime. And again, side windows exactly the same, just pinch and pull. So, and it clips in. So these are very, very flimsy, so just be delicate with them. And then back into the window for during the day. So we're going to start with the control panel in this vehicle, right beside the habitational door. Okay, so main on button, some lights will switch on at that stage. Next one is your water pump. So if you've nothing coming out of your taps, can't flush your toilet, you haven't switched your water pump on, okay? Again, light switch there, you can turn various lights on and off. There will be other switches throughout the van, and then the one beside it is just a little awning light for outside. This is your important bit, this is your levels, okay? So your battery, your vehicle battery there, you can see it's down a little bit at the moment. So once you see it coming down into the orange and the red, then you know you need to get into a campsite somewhere and get charged up, okay? And then that one is your water level. So you can see at the moment the water tank is empty. So if that was full and you've been using it for a couple of days, you'll see it coming down. Once you see that coming down, you know then your wastewater is filling up and you'll need to empty that at the same time that you're topping up your water. So down then into your heating and your hot water. So we'll start with your heating. So initially there, the little snowflake is winter mode. You don't need to worry about that. The next one is a little moon. So that's night mode. So if you do find it is chilly at night, then you can put it on to night mode. It'll keep the van running at a nice ambient temperature. And then you can go right up to a nice sort of tropical 28 degrees there. So you choose whatever temperature you want it set at. And if you're working on the gas, push the wee flame there. Initially it's blue to start. Once it goes orange, then you know it's kicked in and it's working. You'll switch the gas off, touch it again, it goes black. And then if you want to run it off the electric, then you just touch the lightning bolt and that will again will light up and it will go orange. Hot water works in exactly the same way. Wave your hand in front of it to waken it up. So again, plus takes you up to economical mode, and then the little squiggly lines is hot mode. So again, gas, blue, kicking in, and then orange is starting to heat. Or you can just go straight onto the electric. So you need to give it a good sort of 45 minutes to get some hot water in the tank. And that's it. You don't do anything with those, they'll just go black and go to sleep. So the front side of this vehicle then is the lounging area. You have your dining area here and then a little sofa area here. Blinds and curtains. So again, fly screens and then night blinds and then just your levers for opening your windows. Lots of storage in this wee van. Again, just in the middle, just push down and lift up. Okay, so just above my head here is another bed. This will make into a double bed as well, and there is one up here, but we'll talk about that further on in the video. Okay, so kitchen in the little eldest van. Microwave, again, will only work if you're hooked up to the electric at a campsite. It will not work off the gas or off your leisure battery. Gas cooker then with an electric hob. So nothing overly complicated about this, like any standard gas cooker. You push in, twist, and pilot light then to get it going, okay? And the same with the oven and your grill. Okay. If you are doing any cooking, please don't close the glass down until everything is cooled down, or else the glass will shatter. Some drawers and storage, and then you have your little fridge freezer. Okay, so it should be on whenever we hand the van over to you. If it's not, we'll sort it before you go. We will always put this on automatic for you, so it'll find its own source then whenever you're parked up, okay? If it does default, it is just a case of hitting the reset button here for a couple of seconds. That's what the chirping noise is there. But pretty decent size. Fridge there and a wee freezer compartment at the top. Sink, again. Glass top. A decent size sink there. You have little storage compartments up here. Your cups and your plates. And again, down the side of this van, then you have a storage compartment here and you have some drawers down this side as well. So just the rear lounge then on this little vehicle. This is the part that will convert into your double bed at night time. There is a little table here for socialising, your windows, your blinds, etc. TV down here as well. And again, tons more storage. And you will also have some storage underneath the beds. Skylights. Again, you have your fly screen and your night blind there. And if you want to open your skylight, just push the button and then drop it down and follow the track. And that is you. Okay, so just going to give you a quick rundown on how to make up the double bed at the back here. So one side we've already put together. So all it is, very simple, is just slide your hand in here and then this just pulls out and they meet in the middle. Okay, so you flip the pads over, push it in against the wall, come out, pull together, and then this is your little backrest, just slots in, and that is your double bed. So the dining area, double bed, pretty much the same. So the table that was here, that collapses down and sits on little runners in here. Okay. Like the back, this little sofa area, this bit pulls out, doesn't come all the way across. There is a bit of a gap here. Okay, that's the way it's meant to be. This is your seating pad that was here and your backrest that was up here as well. The rest of these are all infill pads that you will find stored in one of the cupboards. It is just a case of wedging them all together. They are nice and tight, so it does take a wee bit of effort. But once that's done, then that becomes your double bed for the front. Okay, so drop down bed, as we talked about earlier. In this vehicle, the ladder that's normally just kept at the back there will hook in here, and that's your access up into it. So we've got to get the bed down. Kitchen area, you'll find this little silver plate with your up and your down. So the key, never ever ever take the key out, leave the key in this vehicle for this bed. So just touch the button and your bed will drop down. Okay, so that's as far as it will go, because obviously you'll have people sleeping underneath here, and then you can climb up into your double bed at night time. Again, when you're done, bed up, just push the button and it'll move back up on the motor itself. That's you. So if there's ever any issues mechanically with the motor on the bed in this cupboard, you will find this brace. Okay, again, this must stay in the vehicle. Underneath the cupboard you'll see a hole, and that will slot up into that and will hook onto that. That is the manual override. Okay, so you can manually wind the bed up and down if there's ever any issues, but as I say, leave it in there and hopefully you'll never need it. Okay, so last part of this van I'm going to show you is the bathroom. So, right, step inside. Okay, toilet. Nothing too complicated. So these do spin just to give you a little bit of extra leg room if you're sitting on the toilet. And there's a lever underneath here. So at the moment the toilet's closed. You need to open the toilet before you use it. So open it, do whatever needs done, lid down, flush. After you've flushed, close the toilet. Okay, it's always good practice to close it. It just means there's no smells or anything coming up from the tank below. Again, before you remove that tank outside, this must be closed. If you try to take the tank out, you will break this. Okay, so open, do what needs done, flush, close, and that is you. And then we storage cabinet up there as well, and you have your sink and your shower head.